Hi YouTube, my name is Eve. Like, share, and subscribe. And this is a different type of video. I would like to say thank you to all my new subscribers and all my old ones. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. But this type of video right here touched my heart because it's a sad video and it didn't have to happen to this young lady. I was on YouTube today earlier, and only one content creator so far has made a story about it. Crazy thing is about how things just come to you, because I never went on this content creator's page at all. It's just funny how I scroll down 2 stories and boom, the story is right there. So I would like to say I want to give a shout out to Paris Milan, a content creator on YouTube. I'm going to put her channel in the description, and I'm going to put her channel in my comments. Thank you for bringing this story to life, and you are right, because she did say this story. Nobody has shed no real light on this story. And the first time I seen this young girl's face was on Instagram, and I didn't know fully what nobody was talking about. And that same day, I bumped into Paris's page on YouTube, and I see it again, and she has the full story. The story is about a young girl named Destiny that is 21 years old, did 2 years in Bowen College, got her cosmetology license, majoring in business, and at 20 years old, she accomplished to have her own salon, hair salon, and her own hairline. Now, if you don't know me, I'm going to give you a little backstory about me. I am a hairstylist. I started doing hair when I was 13 years old. And I'm 40 now. I'll be 41 next year in April. But when I found out this young girl in my birthday, she's 21, but we have the same goals and did the same things. The only thing is I didn't go to college. Reason being, I was already in my career, which is doing hair. So I took business classes and all of that stuff. But I just never went to college and experienced that college life. I had my daughter at 18 years old. But I never let that stop me. The same way with this young girl. Her birthday was on April 16th. My birthday was on April 18th. She brought her daughter to the hair salon and was working with her daughter in the hair salon. I did the same exact thing. And it's this crazy. She's old enough to be my daughter because my daughter is 22 and she was only 21. So as an Aries, I already know what type of mindset this young lady had. When we have goals, we have to complete those goals. Especially if it's something that we love, we have to complete those goals, or they will aggravate us. As Aries women, that's headstrong, and we love to do something, we would never let that stop us from doing what we had to do. So this story hit home on so many different levels of emotion. I just became really emotional. I don't like to do stories like this, but I feel like I had to do this story. And not always do YouTube drama, because if you look on my channel, this is not the first story I've done about a young lady that died or whatever. You just have to scroll down my channel and look at all the content. But I'm gonna let y'all hear the audio of Paris's on Paris's YouTube channel, and she covered the whole story, and I'm so happy that she did. I'm so happy that I came across her page and everything. Let's see.
tagging me in this on Twitter, as well as BB for emailing me about this, and we will be addressing what occurred to 21-year-old salon owner and entrepreneur Destiny Harrison on December 21st of this year. And I believe her story deserves more visibility, and it should also be a cautionary tale to many Black women who are also business owners. So please stay tuned to learn more about Destiny Harrison. Destiny Harrison was born on April 16th, 1998, and she is from the state of Maryland. As a child, Destiny took a liking to hair. During high school, she attended Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School in Baltimore, where she was learning how to become an avid cosmetologist. While she was training in high school, she would simultaneously work at jobs such as Popeyes and Walmart, and she would do hair on the side, which made her known as the go-to in school if you wanted to get your hair done, if you needed braids, if you needed the weaves, or you needed your edges done, Destiny will hook you up. What helped to keep her skills sharpened was having the confidence in herself, but also having like-minded peers, budding stylists at the time, such as Cliff V. Murr. All while balancing school and work, she adamantly focused on her studies, and she was determined to graduate, which she successfully did in 2016, and she began attending Bowie State University, where she majored in business administration, and she had a minor in fashion designing. And Destiny was driven. She wanted to put her mark in this industry, and she made this post, and she stated, "I want to be so well known in this hair industry that I no longer have to introduce myself." After years and years of practicing and honing her craft, Destiny was able to obtain her cosmetology license, and she became a salon owner at the young age of 18, and she was the founder of Go Bougie Bowie Style, and she went on to own Glitz and Glam Studio, as well as the Hair Trap. Despite having her salon, she did work at Victoria's Secret. While she was juggling work and working the 9 to 5, she was maintaining her A's and good grades in school, so she didn't slack there at all. But she wanted to make sure that the main priority was her being the best stylist. Not only was she talented with her work and ensuring that her craft was sharpened on the regular, she was just a very likable stylist. Her clients would always give her positive feedback on their hair, but also her personality made her a gem. She was very welcoming and was well recommended by her clients. In 2017, she launched Madame D Collection website, where she would sell hair bundles, she would sell units, she would sell lashes, bonnets, and hair oils, and other hair care products that many raved about. And being so young and accomplishing so much, she wanted to make sure that she didn't lose sight of her youth. So she made this post in June of 2017, and she said, "Some of us between 19 and 22 years old trying to live a 30-year-old lifestyle. Enjoy college, enjoy being single, enjoy being kid-free, go on random road trips, study hard, casually date, meet different people, and simply have fun. We'll get to be in our 30s, driving expensive cars, living in big houses with our MDs and PhDs one day. But until that day comes, let's cherish our youthful years to the fullest without a care in the world. Don't try and grow up too fast. Enjoy being young. We won't be this way forever." The following year, in 2018, is when she began to set intentions to challenge herself. And her challenging herself resulted in success because it caused her to start mingling with celebrity stylists such as Shekinah. And she also did the hair of one of the Claremont twins, which was a blonde high ponytail. Of course, she still had her local client base, but she needed to expand her horizons, and doing so was going to further expand her brand. During that same year, in March of 2018, she announced that she was pregnant with her first child with her boyfriend named Dante. She was ecstatic learning about her pregnancy and was looking forward to the new journey as her being a mother. In mid-September of 2018, she gave birth to her daughter named Dream. While being a new mother, she was learning to find that equilibrium of work and motherhood. So because she was still adjusting, there would be times where she would bring her daughter to work alongside her. In February of 2019, she opened up the physical store of her online store, Madame D Collection, but she opened up her salon, Madame D Beauty Bar, which catered to hair care, lashes, brows, and all beauty care related services. With her being a successful hairstylist, it began to invigorate her brand. Her brand was reaching new horizons, and while she was gaining more and more sales, more clients, this resulted in her being able to treat herself to new goodies, such as a new red Mercedes-Benz. This is a woman who has been working tirelessly since high school to now traveling to do celebrity clients, and it put her in the right path of becoming a homeowner. As she stated, she wanted to be one by the age of 25. While her brand expanding made many celebrate her, there were some individuals that were lurking in the cuts who envied all of Destiny's success. On December 9, 2019, while she was in her salon, Destiny saw intruders inside of her salon in the back area. Once she noticed them taking her bundles, they proceeded to jump her. I want to read you guys this complaint that she filed in hopes to receive a protection order after this occurred. Destiny stated, "I walked in the back and seen blank standing near the door, and I also saw his girlfriend holding a bucket while he blocks the door. The bucket had my hair bundles I sell." Then she goes on to say, blank proceeds to swing. While she is swinging, he grabs me and holds me down so she can finish hitting and stop me. They then ran. And then it goes on to say, "I'm sure they picked the lock to the door, and I'm scared for my life and business. I believe they did it because they were getting evicted for not paying the rent. I was able to research their cases, and I learned that the names of the two individuals are Glenn Keller as well as Denaya Dobbins, who are dating. They live together, and they're both from Baltimore and live very close to the salon and is a neighbor of Destiny. According to Denaya's Facebook page, she is also a hair and makeup artist, but her site wasn't doing too well because when you click on the link, it is down and it will not allow you to access it. It would appear as if she didn't have inventory, or maybe she didn't have the money to update the site, but she is currently pregnant according to her Facebook page. And as you can see in the complaint, Destiny stated that they both were set to be evicted, which is why she felt they stole her bundles. After she pressed charges against the couple, she started to live in fear being at work. She was not knowing whether or not they were going to try to rob her again, and it made it difficult for her to feel safe in an environment that she once loved and looked forward to going into. And she didn't just view this as some hobby. This was her career. This was her home. But regardless of her feeling uneasy about it, she still would return to work. On the evening of Saturday, December 21st, Destiny was at her salon, and an intruder yet again broke into her business. This time, the person had a gun and proceeded to shoot Destiny in her head in front of her client, as well as her daughter, who she brought with her at work. After she was shot, people scattered out of the business, and unfortunately, people left her daughter there alongside Destiny, who was gravely wounded. Authorities were called, and Destiny was rushed to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Her daughter was turned over to Child Protective Custody, but was later released to Destiny's mother, Raquel. I want to read you guys Destiny's brother's post about her murder, and I will show you guys her mother and uncle's interview. Her brother said, "I love you, sis. I don't know how to feel about this. Always wanted the best for you regardless. Let me drive for the first time and everything. Too much ish to talk about. I'ma always be your little bro, Des. It's unreal. I love you. R.I.P. Love."
She was my heart. All of us love her greatly. Just
This
can't
is her
believe the
uncle.
wonderful entrepreneur, a go-getter. As you can see, she built this from the ground up. Unbelievable. Some evil soul would do something like this. No respect for women and whatsoever. To do this to a defenseless young lady who doesn't harm anyone, love everyone. It's senseless. Somebody got to know something. Please come forward. Need to get these demonic souls here. They need to pay for their crime. There's no doubt about that. In the name of Jesus, there's no doubt.
Definitely loved her daughter.
That's her
That was
mom.
the light of her life. That was probably the most pivotal moment in her life. She was also really happy when she went to college. She attended Bowie State University for 2 years, so she had fun doing that. But then she had her daughter, and she just blew up from there. What will you miss most about her?
her mother has set up a GoFundMe to cover her funeral expenses, so I hope that you guys will please donate if you have the ability to do so. I don't know too many 21-year-olds that have life insurance, even though they are business owners, so I would just hope that you guys would go ahead and give a contribution so that her mother can put her to rest. And many question why. Due to her being robbed and beaten on the 9th, many are speculating that her murderer is Glenn as well as Denia. According to the court records, they had a court date that was scheduled in January of 2020, and many feel that they did this in order to silence her. They also feel the motive was retaliation due to her getting law enforcement involved and arresting them for robbing and beating her. And shockingly, people are blaming the system for not protecting her. They feel as though police should have at least sent a cruiser to sit outside of her salon business, and that they should have had someone have some sort of presence there in order to protect her. But others are not even blaming the police. They're saying, we can't blame the system. You guys just have to stop murdering us. And I also agree with those sentiments. I could definitely understand that, yes, protection should have been given to her, but there's no protection to give when people are not harming you. And it is odd to me that she was robbed 12 days prior to her being murdered this past Saturday, but how do we know it was these two? Because from my research,
You know what's funny about this whole case? It makes my soul hurt, because this is a black young woman that was a go-getter that built her own business from the ground up, and she mentored young women. Like, if you come to her and tell her to mentor you, she would come and mentor you. They had no reason to beat that girl up and steal her hair bundles. It just didn't make no sense. And then a couple of days later, after that, she gets killed in her own place of business in front of her daughter. And the clients, all of them ran out. And nobody think to take the child with them. Nobody. And it's funny that nobody came forward to even speak to the police. As you know, you can speak to the cops without being on record, So none of them, nobody did that. So far there's no arrest being made. It just saddens me that this had happened to this young girl, and her life was taken short by her peers, and what I mean by that is by her own people. And it's always somebody that that can be watching and scheming on you. Bet to believe that. People are always watching. When you think people are not always watching, they are watching. And when you think you need to do more to better your life, they already thinking, I need everything she got because I want to do that, or I want to be that. And nobody don't never want to work for nothing. And it's so sad. And this is why there's not a lot of black businesses. This is one reason why there's not a lot of black businesses. Because we don't take care of each other. So how do you expect other people to take care of you when y'all going around killing each other? How does that work? And she mentioned Clifford or whatever. Clifford is another hairstylist that's, I don't even know what to say, because I don't want to say the identity of Clifford and it'd be the wrong identity, but I don't know if he's transitioning to be a woman or he just likes to dress up in women's clothing. I don't know, but I do know that he's gay, so I would say that. But when he put up the post, I didn't put two and two together that it was the same girl that Paris just did a whole video on. And so I looked at the video again today, and I said, oh, that have to be the same girl. And she was one of Clifford's dancers.
Let's see, when I die, I want people to be like, she was a legend at that hair shit. And I want my daughter to be like, my mother was that on the head tip, period.
That was what she said about herself. I guess that video was like months ago. But it says this young mother, and it says, I am Slade Badez, which is the young lady who lost her life in this that lost her life to violence while at her salon. I had her 15 months. Let me start over because now I'm all over the place. Clifford said in the comments when he posted the young girl video, this young mother, then he adds her name, who lost her life to violence while at her own salon. She had her 15-month-old daughter with her. She was a legend in her own time. Please go to her mother's page, and it says the mother's page, and hit the link to the bio to help support. It's just sad. It really is. It really is. It really is sad. Because I'm trying to see, because I know for sure. I was looking for another thing that I seen him post, but he must have took it down. Yeah, he must have took it down because he did have a picture of her at one point. He did have a picture of her. I know I'm not bugging out because I seen it on his page. So I guess he took the picture down. But that was the same young lady. It's just so sad. It's just so sad that this young lady had to lose her life due to violence. And I never get choked up like that. But being that the way she was, when her birthday was, her sign, the struggles that she went through, and what she was doing with her life, and the lane that she was in, we had so many different things in common, even though we're 20 years apart. You understand? Like I said, my daughter is only a year older than her. So I know about having a daughter, being in a salon while you working. I know all of that. That's why I always kept a buzzer on my door. My door stayed locked. I used to be in my salon at 4 or 5 in the morning. And that's just on a regular day. But on holidays, people used to be like, oh, Eve, you going to be open? Yeah, because I used to tell them, yeah, I'm going to be open. My bills don't have that holiday on there. I'll open up for a little while and then go meet the family later on. I had to get my money. And I'm still the same way. I'm still that same go-getter. She did one more thing that I want to do, though. That's the next goal of mine, is own your own hair company, like to start distributing hair. This is not my only YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel with hair, a whole hair. And I've been doing that YouTube channel for a long time. And it's funny because I started that YouTube channel when I had my salon. So I know about the ins and outs and all of that. It just saddens me that this young lady had to lose her life and her daughter had to lose her mother because she was building a legacy, not only for herself, but for her daughter. It's just sad now that her mother has to raise her child and let the daughter know the memories of her mother. It is sad. It baffles my mind how people can run out of a salon and forget the baby is sitting there. Like, that's crazy. But in certain circumstances, people are different. I don't know. But I hope that these people get caught. Because even if it ain't them, I want those first two to get caught that knew her too, even if it's not them. God don't like ugly. You never know who is watching you. That's why I always switch up, keep my circle small. I don't post everything, like my number on my phone numbers on my Instagram and my Facebook. DM me for your appointments. All that putting my phone number out there, because you never know Who gonna call you? You never know who's gonna emerge and wanna be looking through your Facebook pages and all of this stuff. I'm very leery about that, especially Facebook. It is this crazy that you can't live your life the way that you want to and need to, and you can't make your money because somebody's always watching you and jealous of you. And we don't have to be that way. That girl is in her lane. She didn't have to beat her up for no bundles and steal from her with the boyfriend. Y'all in the same lane. You knew that girl. She would have mentored her. So yeah, even if she didn't kill her or have something to do with killing her, I still want her to go to jail because you did beat her up. She mentioned you in the paperwork on the police report. So God still don't like ugly, and I want them to get caught. It just saddens me that I have to make this type of video because I'm so used to making the YouTube content creators videos, and I would rather make those than to make this type of video right here. It just broke my heart that that little girl lost her mother right before Christmas. It puts you, in stories like this, make you put your life into perspective and make you value everything that you got going on in your life, good and bad. Because God only put bad things in your life to build you up, to make you learn something. Like you may be going through something now, but when you get over that mountain and you look back, you're going to know that you learned something, you experienced something, and the storm is over. It can't rain forever. And if it does, pull out that good umbrella and get to work. My name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. I will be putting Paris's channel in the description box and in the comments. Thank you, Paris, for bringing this story to light, because a lot of people did not have this story at all. Thank you so much. Good night, YouTube.